Concerns are now mounting in the Eastern Cape as wildfire continues to flare up. The Kouga Municipality Fire Services have since ordered an immediate evacuation of Linderhof residents as a safety measure, following, of course, flare-ups near Oyster Bay, and wind speed has since picked up, causing more flare-ups. However, most fires are still under control and helicopters are currently assisting to extinguish the fires in the Kouga area. For more on this, let's cross live to SABC News reporter Kim Daniels. Kim, a very good afternoon to you and thank you so much for joining us. I mean, earlier there was hope that these fires are currently under control and now there are reports of evacuations in Linderhof. Tell us, how is the situation there at this stage? Good afternoon.
Hi, Alicia. What you're seeing right now is these working on firefighters. The men and women are trying to start a fire along this edge of this bushveld. I don't know if you can see far in the background, there's a fire that's raging that side, coming towards where we are standing. And this control measure that they're busy with right now is to minimize the burning so that the fire doesn't jump over the road and then eat the vegetation on the other side. I can tell you where I'm standing right now, it's very, very warm. The fires are flaring up. The smoke is very, very thick. And we are currently in the area between St. Francis Bay and Oyster Bay. It's a large farm area, farmland, where there are multiple farms, dairy farms especially, lots of cows. And this fire is absolutely ravaged through this area. But as you mentioned, firefighters are on the scene. We've seen trucks carrying in water. We've seen volunteers bring resources and refreshments for these people fighting these fires. And I mean, we've even seen community members with backpacks on their back trying to calm these fires, to help these firemen and firewomen. It is just getting very, very warm where we are standing as the ember is flying towards us. I think it's very difficult for us to move right now because we're standing on a tripod, Alicia. But as I was saying, the firefighters doing their best to control this fire. You can see the fire that they're starting on our side where we are standing is moving towards the big fire at the back, where it will meet and hopefully, extinguish itself, leaving no vegetation to burn in the area.
I know you are still struggling with, of course, network as well as connectivity issues, but do tell us about this evacuation of these residents that we understand, according to the mayor, it's not a large-scale community, so they are able to pretty much get everyone out before the fire was able to reach some of their dwellings. Paint us a picture. What is currently happening on the ground?
I actually haven't been able to reach the area where these people were evacuated from. The road where you travel, from Humansdorp towards Oyster Bay, where we're standing right now, is a gravel road, and it's very difficult to access, especially with the thick smoke and the visibility. And as soon as we saw the flames, we stopped. We saw the smoke, we stopped the firefighters, and just so that we could get the message across about what's happening here. But from my understanding with the evacuations, it's a very small number of people from a small area that were asked to vacate their premises just for safety reasons, to ensure that no lives are lost, that no one is harmed. And this is something the Kouga Municipality has been very good at during these past few days, ensuring that residents know well before the time, before things get out of hand, that they need to leave to ensure their safety. And as I was mentioning earlier when we spoke, I was standing right next to the firefighters. I have moved back quite a bit because the smoke is very thick and it is very warm here. The flames are very warm. But they were burning like the edge of the south bush where we were standing. And hopefully the flames that they created will meet the big flames that are raging towards us, killing off the vegetation completely and leaving nothing, for the fire to feed off of. We understand that the winds are quite strong and quite unpredictable, so anything can happen. When these embers just spark off and flick on a tree, the tree lights up immediately and then the fire continues to spread, and that's what makes it so difficult, for these firefighters to control these fires, because as I said, the wind's unpredictable. It dies down, then it picks up again, it blows in an easterly direction, then it changes westerly. So it is very, very tough conditions for firefighters. But I must say the mood amongst these brave men and women is absolutely phenomenal. to hear from the firefighters how they're cheering each other on, how they give each other words of motivation, telling them to come, let's go, drink some water, move away. It's very, very encouraging to see, and that as well from the community members and the volunteers on the ground, feeding these firefighters resources, water, bananas, and just giving them aid, because, it's long hours that they've been fighting these fires. Speaking to some firefighters yesterday, we heard how they were on their second 24-hour shift. This must be their third 24-hour shift already, because, these fires really are relentless. Like you said, we saw this morning, we thought things were under control, we thought it was calm, and then 1, 2, 3, the wind picks up and the fire sparked again. So we will be here, we will be monitoring to see what's happening here on the ground. So that's you guys in studio, Alicia.
Thank you so much for that. That is SABC News reporter Kim Daniels reporting to us from between Oyster Bay as well as Linderhof, where we understand, of course, there has been issued an immediate evacuation order for that small community. According to the mayor, they have since all been reached and they have been removed just for their safety precaution, of course, as it is quite a small community. And as you can see, the fire crews, they are now starting fires to ensure that the other coming fires or flare-ups actually meet halfway. These are live visuals coming through for us from that particular area where, of course, we also hear it has affected some roads. According to Mayor Hatting Bonman there, he says the N2 has since been reopened since yesterday's closure. And of course, you are being urged, if you are residing in the area, to keep a constant check on some of those road closures. We will be bringing you blow-by-blow updates as to what exactly is taking place in, of course, battling those blazes.